I just want it for, but I'm going to do the intro.
Where are your cards?
Here.
Oh, okay.
Well, because I haven't got on it now.
Nothing written on the cards. There's nothing on the cards.
Cards have gone, honey. Right, let me put it right. Come on, now.
Tables have turned, honey.
Hello, and welcome to the very first episode of The Bottom Line. We call it The Bottom Line, The Bottom Line Podcast. I mean,
Bottom Line Podcast.
So that's a lot. That's a
mouthful.
TBLB, The Bottom Line Podcast.
Oh,
well, TBL.
TBL.
Made.
With these very hands, by the way.
Very hands. So let's just, first of all, hi, I'm George, and this is...
Hi, I'm Jay.
Jay.
Lovely to meet you.
We've been wanting to do something like this for a while.
It feels very weird, it actually happening.
Yeah.
Because it's all just been, oh, we should do that, or, oh, let's look at this. But the fact that it's actually happening feels very, very surreal.
And I want you to know how much we've gone through today to make this happen, because I just had somebody who's trying to open my front door looking for a man called Alan who doesn't live here. But
there's a man called Alan who has got occupancy for the next 40 minutes.
So, baby, we'll get into that.
We will.
We were like, how do we intro ourselves without it sounding like fucking, do you know what I mean? Like just a bit
up your own
bottom. So bottom line. So basically we've decided to write each other's intros. So we haven't looked at the intros that we've written. So we thought the best way to discover each other and ourselves, and for you to discover us, is for each other to tell the person how we really are.
Okay.
So shall I go first?
You go first.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is what I've written about George.
Right. I've got it on my pad.
Yeah, get that iPad on the go.
Honestly, I've become such an iPad girly.
I do love an iPad, you know.
What's that? Was he dual heist like this?
With games.
Oh.
Do you know what my favourite thing to do?
What?
It's one of my favourite things. It's like when I'm making tea, is with my little case.
Your case.
I put it up like that, and as I'm preparing the tea, I have like a little series on the go that I would never normally watch.
Yeah.
Like it's always a series that if I'm sitting on the couch of an evening, I would never put it on. But if I'm making tea, I especially watch something that I would never normally watch.
Right. When I tell you that when I sit and eat food, I have to have something to watch, like on the TV, but it has to be something I've seen before. I can't be wasting food
on something that you've
I
not
don't
seen.
know, because what if it's bad? What if it's shit and I don't like it? So I tend to watch
Guaranteed Joy,
Miranda or something. You're like a little British sitcom, like Miranda, a bit of Jonathan Creek.
Do you know who I love?
Who?
Michael Barrymore. Michael Barrymore.
Oh yeah, but what about
No, I know, but
the pool?
Shh. Nothing was proved. Nothing was proven. He's an innocent man, but I'm upset. But I love the fact that he's got his own TikTok. He's got his own YouTube. But I love that he's discovered a new generation of people have discovered Michael Barrymore, and he just gets stoned and does like munchie runs. Yeah,
I watched him when he was posting those clips of that old show, and he was like getting in kids' faces, and I was like,
yeah, kids say the funniest things.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, he did a few things, but yeah, no, he did loads. He was once. Sorry, fun fact.
I haven't even done my intro.
Sorry,
no,
fun fact.
Yeah,
once was the highest paid man on British TV.
Who do you think it is now? Graham Norton.
I reckon
after the Traitors.
I reckon Alan could be up there. Alan, dream guest Alan.
Yeah.
Graham. It's probably Graham. You're right with Graham.
Maybe we should mention the dream guest then.
Should we do it now?
We might as well. Well, you've just mentioned it, yeah.
So every week on the podcast, we are going to have a mystery dream guest with us who we would love.
It's not a mystery. There's a photo of him there. Mystery dream guest with a photo straight in.
Pretend that you didn't see it. With the intention that one day, we have the dream guest actually on the pod with us, and it only feels fitting and correct that episode 1, the inaugural podcast episode, dream guest is the one and only Mr. Alan Carr.
Alan Carr. I did meet him. Anyway, listen, let me read me intro.
Let's do intros.
We'll never get dead.
You'll also get onto this that we always go on a tangent.
So I don't know how long you have to cut. So, okay, I haven't read this. That sounded like I've read it. Sorry. I haven't read this. I promise you I haven't read this. Okay. So, I'm George, and I should probably start by saying that I was one of the first people who truly got Jay and made him feel safe enough to be himself. By the way, we're not a couple. This is just,
yeah, I'm married, not to him.
That stays with you, especially when you're young, and it's a big reason this friendship has lasted as long as it has. At school, we were a bit of a double act. I'm the Glinda to his alphabet, even though I am wearing green today, but you know, That's just the vibe. The Great to his Gatsby and the Tracy to his Beaker. Always somehow on this. You fucking wrote it.
The traitor to his Beaker.
The Tracy to his
I
Beaker.
thought you said the traitor to his
Bit
Beaker.
more of this.
Soz. And less of
that. Even with when we were doing completely different things, there was a lot of laughter, a lot of shared interests and conversations that went far deeper than most people our age are having. Do you think?
I think there was.
Do you?
I think
when you a lot of them out.
For good reason.
Let me go. That connection showed up every morning on the way to school and college. I'd knock on Jay's front door. Sometimes he'd knock on mine because by the time of sixth form, I was like, bitch, I need to be fucking. I'm getting.
I need those extra 15 minutes.
And we'd walk, or more accurately, roll and walk. He wrote it, I didn't. Our way there together, sharing a single pair of wired headphones, one each. Yeah, I forgot we did that. This was long before AirPods or other brands are available.
But wired headphones are back now.
They are. Well, do you see? Because Thingo said, Kamala was like, I think you should listen with these because apparently with the AirPods, people can pick up on wireless headphones. The FBI can pick up on what you're saying. She said it, not me. Hashtag.
They'd be very disappointed if they were picking up on what I was listening to.
We listened to an absolute wild mix. The Big Brother theme tune, true. Lady Gaga and the 28 Days Later soundtrack, absolutely. 28 Years Later was the best film of 2025, followed by Sinners. That's not in here, that's just me. After many failed attempts, multiple headphones being yanked out and a lot of stopping and readjusting, we eventually found the perfect orientation once we cracked it. Yeah, it was sort of like that, wasn't it? Apparently, I'm one of the cleverest people Jay knows.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that anymore.
I don't know many people.
I'm one of the funniest, often without even trying. That's the thing. When I try, it's vile, but when it just happens, it's a bit.
You are sincere without trying to be sincere. And then when you try to be sincere, it's insincere.
Yeah, but I think that's like, then I'm in on the the vibe. We share a lot of similarities, which probably explains why we get on so well, but we also genuinely enjoy disagreeing with each other. That's the tea. Usually often things I'm completely convinced I'm right about. And to be fair to me, I often am.
Yeah.
I love horror films. I do. And when I get into something, it's never casual. Absolutely. If I become obsessed with something, that's it. It takes over my interests, my conversations, most likely my sleep schedule as well. Read me. It's the autism. My handwriting is genuinely unreadable. Okay, fine. It's not ideal, but it's, we don't need you anymore. Typing. I would love a typewriter, I was thinking about that the other day. I might get myself on.
At the end when you go to
bit of Murder, She Wrote. Oh, anyway, Jessica Lansbury. No, that's not her name, is it?
Jessica Lange. No, that's
Angela Lansbury, and I was thinking Jessica Fletcher. Somehow I balance that by being incredibly disciplined about other things. I physically cannot go to bed without a nighttime shower and a cup of tea. Absolutely. Let me tell you.
Gospel. It's the gospel.
If it's 8:30 and I'm at someone's house, I'm twitching because I need to go home and have a shower. Like, it's just, I'm very, what would you call it?
Anal when it comes to things like that.
Pardon the pun. We've been friends for years, and a big reason the podcast exists is because I think deeply, question everything.
I think, you think deeply.
Oh, yeah.
And you question everything.
Sorry. I was missing an and. And somehow managed to make people laugh at the same time. He's not fucking laughing now, is he?
No.
So the bottom line is, if you're here for sharp thinking, dark humour, and full commitment to whatever the topic is, that's me. I think that was very good, and I agree.
Summarised.
Yeah, I think that was me perfect. I'm going to be overly into things a lot.
Yeah, it's all or nothing, isn't it? It's ride or die.
Yeah, it is.
It is. It very much is with you. It's very much...
There's no, in the middle.
Yeah, it's all or nothing.
Oh, Jay.
I'm going to have to use your iPad.
Why?
Because I've not got Google Drive on the iPad.
Blood. Oh, you haven't got connected to the internet, are you?
No.
I didn't even think about that. It's a good job I am.
Oh, here we go.
Just read it, James. Don't be reading it now. Read it out. No, don't bother.
Well, so this is the intro that is about me that George has written for me. So, well, where do I begin? Hello, I'm James, but you can call me Jay. Loving wife to my husband, Dan, and hard-working mother to my cat, Bean. Don't worry, she's a cat, yeah. We didn't call her a human. We didn't call a human being. Ha ha ha. Human being. Anyway, I digress. Love that.
Thank you. Love it. Like humour. A little bit of fun.
You may know me from my breakout role in Year 7 as the narrator in Oliver. Think of me as your narrator through life on this podcast. Oh, I like that. Your narrator through life. Whilst we allow George to have a moment, and trust me, it'll be more than just a moment. And he's put here, trust me, after 20 years of friendship, it's best that we just let him get on with it, which is just so correct.
Yeah.
But I will be here to guide you through the woes and triumphs of what it means to be alive.
Yeah.
I don't talk behind people's back. if I've got anything nasty to say, I'll pop on a postcard.
I just thought that was funny. I don't talk behind people's backs, and I've got something nasty to say.
I'll pop it on a postcard and I'll send it direct to your first class. If I had to choose 3 words to describe myself, it would be funny, kind, and iconic. I will be here to bring the fashion because one of us has to. But all jokes aside, I'm honestly here just to have a bloody good time. The world is a dark and miserable place at the moment. So if I or we can bring so much needed joy to your day, that's all that matters. So strap in and strap hard. Oh, there's no time. I'm terrible at reading.
I was going to say,
There's no more time for chatter because we've got a show to do, my niece. Yeah.
That's the tea.
Love that. That's so lovely. Thank you so much for that intro.
Thank you for mine.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was just like something for, like, you'll understand who we are when we're just talking, I think. We wanted to do kind of an intro things to give you, because it's not just like, because obviously we knew that the world needed 2 more white guys to do a podcast. So
it was crying out for it.
It was, I think. So you'll see the vibe.
Also, that was us doing a bit to be able to introduce us to you, but you will soon discover that when we're just genuinely having a conversation, it's a lot more like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I would definitely say that. Which brings me to like Alan, and the reason we chose him was because obviously we met in high school, and I feel like
me and you, not us and Alan.
Oh no, we didn't. I have met Alan. Did I tell you? I told you that story about when I met him and Graham Norton. It was the press night for A Story Messenger, which was starring Matthew Broderick.
Okay.
And Sarah Michelle Gellar. Sarah Jessica Parker was there.
Carrie Bradshaw.
And it went to this after party, and they were there, and I was like, I need to go and say hello to these two. It was Graham and Alan. So I go up to them, and I was like, oh, hi, you're right. Trying to make conversation. And they were like, yeah. I was like, yeah. Did you enjoy the show? I was like so nervous. And they were like, yeah, it was good. Like, to be fair, Graham seemed a bit off. But anyway, he was like, yeah, it was good. And I was like, so awkward. I went, have you seen it before? And they were like, Graham went, no, it's the press night. And I was like, did you see it on Broadway? Because it had been on Broadway. And he was like, oh, no. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. And then I think maybe they thought I was a reporter. And then I was like, can I get a photo? And then they're like, oh, yeah, of course. Maybe they thought I was like digging for the Daily Mail.
Got yeah.
I wasn't. And then I got a little photo. And then when we got the photo together, Alan was like, it's like Heidi's Comet seeing us two together, isn't it?
Oh.
And I was like, that was quite nice. So that's my little anecdote on Alan.
I just love Alan Carr. I think he's so lovely. And watching him on the Traitors, I think, not that he needed it, but it's really, I think it's done wonders for him, because it really, that last episode when he revealed that he was a traitor.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, that was heartbreaking. When he just completely broke down.
Yeah.
Oh, Alan. Just wanted to give him a real hug and go, it's all right, but you played the game.
I know, I don't know why. I was like, why are you crying? It was so,
but also as well, I don't think unless you are in that environment.
Where that's like all you're doing day in, day out. I'm excited to see who they get for that second series.
I think they've started really, really strong with that, and having your likes of your national treasures.
Yeah, like Stephen Fry and like Jonathan Ross, like that versus was like such a good,
Stephen Fry, Jonathan Ross, Celia Imrie, Queen Celia.
Love it. Oh, I'm intrigued to see who they'll get first.
I'd love like a Joanna Lumley. I'd love like a Jennifer Saunders.
Yeah, I would love that. I'd love Miranda.
Yeah, I think Miranda would be really good.
I mean, you could go, but obviously, like the American ones had loads of those. I saw that finally they announced like they're auditioning like a civilian American traitors.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. So if you're in America, get yourself. Also, can we appreciate maybe to the pod?
Beach.
Put it on.
Love that.
Thank you. School. Tell me about it.
God, where do we begin with school?
Year 7.
Oh, way back when. So, year 7 will be 20 years ago. No, it won't be.
Yeah.
No, it won't be 20.
Yeah, it'll be 20 years ago next year.
No, that's mild. Oh, how disgusting is that?
Fucking dirty is what it is.
Oh my God, 20 years.
Yeah, but 20 years since we were 10, 11.
You don't realise how young you are when you first start high school, do you? Until like, because imagine now, like having a child at the age of 10, 11, and then going, just go to high school. Like,
yeah, well, I was like thinking, like, when my mum was my age, I was 15. Can you imagine having a 15-year-old now? I call my dad to ask him how to change a spotlight. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just not.
Call the police.
I think that's the way it is. Like, time goes so fast, and that's why you got to enjoy it.
It does, and it really is a thing. But also, I don't feel. I feel more. I feel more. I don't know the word. I feel more.
Alive.
I feel more alive. I feel more confident. I feel more me now. But I also don't feel any different to how I felt when I started school. Do you know what I mean?
Well, we have to preface by saying that in school, me was a different person every year.
Yeah, there were many chapters of you in
Like,
school.
my school life was very. It's like it depended on. It was a different person every. Not a different person, but there would be some sort of change.
Because you would get obsessed with something new and that would influence you and
Yeah.
that would completely take over you as a person. It really would.
Yeah.
And that's.
Whereas I feel like you stayed more. I don't know. Would you say?
I think I'm exactly the same as I was in school.
But was there
think.
like? Would you say that in school you felt like was there a turning point in school where you were like you felt a change, or you were always kind of
I believe I'm maturer. People may disagree with that. As I feel mature, I now can look back at school and think, oh, this wasn't as enjoyable as I thought it was.
yeah
Like because obviously when you're there in the moment, you think, oh, this is great, da, 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 da. But also when you look back and think of certain things, you go, oh, wow, that was very, very different to what life now is. And obviously that's just because of life. But yeah, I've always been me because I don't think
I just want to be me.
I just want to be me. I don't think there's ever been a thing where, oh, well, there was a bit of like a light switch moment where I've gone, oh, I'm going to stop being this type of
Yeah.
person.
How was it for you in like school? I know we've talked
Mm.
about it before.
I
Not to get like deep, honey, deep. But,
Yeah, I have a mixed bag of feelings about school.
right.
For God, I'm picking up that. I'm
I know
playing with that.
she's
It's like I'm
nervous.
really uncomfortable. I'm not.
Sorry.
No, I am. I don't look back at my time in school and don't remember it fondly.
Yeah.
But also, there were certain days, and I suppose that's probably most people's experience of school. There were certain days of school that I really, really disliked because of people.
Okay. Yeah.
Also, the positives outweighed those few little experiences, if you see what I'm saying.
Yeah. Of course. I think like you have to balance it out, don't you? But it also fully could have been like that for me, but my delusion of what happened in school is far different to probably
Yeah.
even what really happened. I'm like, yeah, it was great. Everyone probably hated me. I had no idea. I was fully living in this.
No,
bubble.
you were.
It was in the middle.
No, actually, but with you, I think it was weird to watch in the sense of because people either with you either found you really, really funny or was really like a bit like what is this lad? Like I don't really know what he is.
Yeah.
So it
Neither
intrigued
did I.
people.
Yeah.
And because of that, you could kind of almost float with anyone in school.
Yeah, I think I was someone who like didn't like I feel like I hung out like mainly day to day with like you
Yeah.
or like but I still had like mini pocket conversations with like anyone that'd have a conversation with me.
Yeah, and that was it. But also as well, it was that thing of because you were funny, you use that kind of as a bit of a superpower to be able to not influence, but you could kind of go to different areas. Whereas for me, I've just spat, I'm so sorry.
Jonathan Groff.
I knew who I could stick to.
Mm.
And I just knew people that I would not go anywhere near just because, and that's just how I felt because there was just a few things for me.
Yeah, no, and I think that's fair. Like I always went. There's normally I was going to people as if I was like Mother Teresa, and I was like, I can change them. Like I think there was a lot of people that I was like very Glinda. I was like, you're gonna be like we're gonna sort this out.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be a sket anymore. We're gonna elevate you.
Do you think you did that?
I think I did that with one particular person. I think in year
Oh.
11, that was a very interesting.
Oh, do you know what? Now
'Cause,
that you say that, I see that.
Yeah.
I see that.
I don't think
for
it
you.
lasted, but I think that in that point, I was
There
trying to
was
get
a
through.
moment where there was a little bit of a breakthrough there as well.
Yeah. And then sixth form, I think then it was over because I just wasn't focusing on anyone.
But I would say that sixth form, you came into your own, and it was at sixth form, I think, and we spoke about this just us, but I think there's a point in everyone's life where you just turn around and go, this is who I am, deal with it and get on with it. And I think it's that thing of in sixth form, there was you got so much confident in who you were as a person that you were like, take me or leave me.
Yeah, but then I don't know if that was, like I've said though,
But is that a front?
I don't think at all in high school I was ever me.
No, I would agree with that.
I think, but I also don't think that I knew, even the instinct. Like, I think people, when you grow up, like, you don't know who you are. And it's also like,
That's
okay, so I
okay.
was just
Yeah.
like, I was very much like, fake it till you make it. And in the term, what I mean by that is like, I'll just try a bit of everything and see what sticks. Most of it didn't, to be honest. There is stuff now that, like, from years ago, I would say that I still, not, that I enjoy, and like, Doctor Who and things like that. There's definitely like elements of my personality that have stayed. But I think I always thought, to me, I was like, I'm on Waterloo Road and I'm going to give him a piece. Everything was a piece.
It was a performance.
Yeah.
And like you say, you definitely threw a few things at the wall. Certain things stuck, certain things didn't.
Some things didn't.
Some things changed very, very quickly.
But I think, and that's like where I would, but also as well, I think also kind of what made that even more so was when Lady Gaga came out and I became a fan of her. I feel like the change of like stuff that was
the
like
reinvention of each Gaga era was also very much you, because you were trying to find yourself, but also as well because you were obsessed with Lady Gaga. You also wanted to do what she was doing by reinventing herself and doing something new.
Yeah, like I'd say year 7 was probably normal me. Year 8, I don't even know what that was. Year 9 was like emo.
But also year 7 is
where I played
a
Oliver,
child.
by the way.
But you are a child. You're a baby, realistically.
Well, yeah, 10, 11 years.
Like that's a child. So
yeah. And now I'm like 30. I feel like maybe I know like who I am.
Yeah. And are you happy with who you are?
Yeah, I think I'm happy. I think I could be happier.
Yeah.
But I'm happy. You know me. I'm always happy. Sorry. If you had to pick like the top 3 iconic moments of high school,
yeah,
what would you say? Because we've actually got some questions.
We've got questions
that we're gonna
a bit of a
gag
Q&A
into.
about high school. Top moments. Do you have any off the top of your head? I don't want to think too long because then they're not really top moments, are they?
I mean, for me, I would say it depends if you think the top moments is in like, oh yeah, that was like a good, or just like top moments is in like that was just an iconic thing, whether it was good or bad. I think Charlie, we did a performance, baby. In our final performance, we did Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And it was so gaggy that it was only on one night. They couldn't even bear to have us on 2 nights because they knew that the fucking money they'd be raking in would be over substantial. And they
that wouldn't be an academy now. That would still be a standalone high school.
I'm telling you now.
If we did 2 nights, they would have made bank,
fully sold out. But I think that was an iconic moment, just because it was like basically at that point, our like drama teacher was like, just like, do you know what? I think because we'd
drowned it out.
Drowned it so much that we're like, we need to do this show. And she was like, all right, let them live. They're going to go into the real world and realize that none of this actually fucking matters next year.
Which is such a huge thing, by the way.
Yeah, so true. But like we got to like write and like helped and planned it all and did all the auditions. And I felt like that was just a really fun.
That time for me was the best time because we went to school in sixth form. Our sixth form college was in the same school.
Yeah. So for the most part, most people in sixth form. There were obviously a lot of people who didn't continue on,
but we had new people join us. People left. There was a mixture, but also the best memories I have of school/college, and I use school because it covers both school and college. But my top memory and time of the happiest time in school was in sixth form.
Yeah,
because I felt there was more freedom. but also as well, you could pick and choose what you wanted to do. But also, there was a different sort of level with like the teachers because they were more chilled, they were more relaxed. It was lovely, and Charlie is a big part of a top moment that I remember, but also a big part as well is the New York trip that we went on.
Yeah, and that was basically we'd finished school by then.
Yeah,
Because that was like that was the September when we start. Well, I started uni
yeah.
a few weeks
It
later.
was the final big thing we all did as a group.
Yeah, I also think as well, like one moment for me, it's not like it was just iconic for me, is when I like went through like a little mini Satanist era, and I was drawing
Remembered
like
it well.
yeah, do you? And I remember I got dragged into like the pastoral care, whatever it is,
Yeah.
and talking about it, and then I remember one of the TAs being like to Miss Jones being like, and she was like, "Can you show me where you've cut yourself?" And I pulled it back, and I had like I had like fucking what's the name? Like I'd like with a black marker pen or like red marker pen drawn like the Satanist symbol. It was just, and I remember coming home, my mum was like, "What the fuck are you playing at?" Like I've just had a call from the school. Why?
Oh
And
my god, did the school ring?
yeah, because they were like, "Why
Is he worshiping the
why
devil
is your
in
son
his free
worshiping
periods?
the devil?"
What year was this? Hang on.
I think that was
Year 9 or 10.
it must have been year 10.
Was
Yeah.
this where you had like the wild hair and you had like the bands with like the
Yeah.
barbed wire rubber bands?
It would have been.
Oh,
It would have
that was
been
a time.
that era. I
That
think.
was a time. So
Yeah.
they rang home.
Yeah, and mum was like, "What?" And I was like, I'm like,
Did a bit.
yeah. I was like, I don't know. I had no intention of worshiping Satan. That was all came from like that was when I became obsessed with Illuminati for
Yeah.
a bit, and like the Gaga stuff. And it's like, listen to Bad Romance backwards. It sounds like she said, "Sam, more rival Sam, hallelujah, God, I'm immortal."
Every picture around this time, it was him just doing this.
It was fully this.
Yeah, like
Maybe I go back to those photos.
it was a time.
So yeah, that was a fun memory because I'll remember that moment.
And then obviously we've just been speaking before about kind of how you went through different like Doctor Who and like
Yeah,
Lady Gaga,
regeneration,
like
yeah.
that. But also, so you're in that situation, you've come home, your mum's had a phone call from the school. She then asks basically what's going on. You do a bit. Then what happens? The next morning, do you wake up and then is it a brand new chapter? What, or do you can you remember things like that?
I can't remember if that was, but
Was that like the bottom line?
it was probably that was more like I probably like didn't overtly be like I was probably still like googling stuff, listen like
On the
Illuminati
slide.
we did, but I probably wasn't like drawing it on my wrists. And then I don't know what my like the bitch the roast dinners, just a meal deal.
The food in that
The
school.
price. If I could get food for that now, baby, be fatter than I really am.
But like, I'm sorry, and I'm gonna ride this till the day that I die. The Pasta King. The Pasta King section in the canteen. Now, hear me out. This is my hear me out. If it was done correctly,
Yeah.
that would rival fucking Italian cuisine at its finest. If you went and it was chocker, you were getting a bowl full of hot water and 2 pieces of penne pasta.
Yeah, like there was no middle ground.
No.
It was either you got a load of fucking meat or like
starchy water.
Yeah.
Or you got Dolmia.
but the problem was it was always tomato based ones, and I was like a
Oh, yeah.
carbonara girly.
You got any cream
You got a cream soda. Speaking of like talking about school, like, one thing that my dad is always like,
I know exactly what this is going to be.
So on a Friday, we used to do fish in school. So it'd be like battered fish and chips, right?
Now I was never on this boat because
what?
I don't think I ever had a fish and chips in school.
Really?
I was never, because I've only recently
Got
grew
into
to
it.
love a fish and chips.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't eat them now. I only ate them because they were there.
Tables of 10, 20.
Tables of 10, 20. But so I went in and I was like, these are like it made me feel sick, the amount of batter that was on them. I was like, there's no fish in this. They just put batter on it to make it look bigger to feed you up.
I can confirm there was fish in there, but...
Right. Well, obviously was, because then what I just asked them, and I was like, this just goes to show that you should just ask. I was like, I don't want this with batter on. And she was like, well, I can steam you a fish if you want. And so every Friday, like if I wanted it, I would go in the morning and put my order in for the steamed fish. And when I came, they would get it to me. And me
with
dad
a little lemon.
Yeah.
A little lemon on the side.
And my dad would be like, it was only you would do that. And then it brings me to New York and the coach. Because when we went to New York, I lost my phone on the way. I thought I'd lost my phone on the way there. So I said, with bear in mind, it's like 4:30 in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning.
And also, We're not talking a minibus.
No,
We're not talking like a.
like 52-seater
We're
coach.
talking a full-on coach.
Like Happy Owls.
Yeah, Happy Owl, A to B,
A to B.
ABC, whatever.
Aviva one-story level.
Yeah,
National Express and
Flexibus.
oh my god, do you remember the Megabus? That's still going. I wanted the Megabus Gold. You sleep on it. Wait, I digress. I was like, I can't find my phone, so I was like, I must have left it in the car that I was brought in. My dad dropped me off, and
I
so
left it in the Addison
left it in the car.
Lee.
And so I said to the bus driver, the coach driver, I was like, "You're gonna have to drive me to my house so I can find this phone."
But it was the conversation before that where, I mean, to be fair, I'm going, no, I can't find, let's not hear, I don't know. And he's going, I'm going to have to ask him to go to drive to the.
I was like,
I don't know how a bus is going to get down the street.
The street, yeah.
But it did.
And I remember my mum going, we woke up and we thought there was a fire engine outside. And the door, and I get off looking for this phone. And because I'm rushing, I couldn't find it. I was like, oh, fuck it, forget it. And then I was like, I'll just have to use somebody else's phone. And then like I got a text off like yours or Kath, someone said no, Jackson. It was like, oh, it fell down the side. But it was just like, no, like who else is
wild
getting, it's too much. But I don't want to spend too much time on it. We have got some questions and I want to get some of that out before we finish today. So let me whip them up.
Go on, get those questions.
Get these questions. And guys, there's going to be questions every week. So
Q&A, the little Q&A section.
You'll be able to get involved. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 6. Yeah, we can go through them quickly because some of them we've already answered. Question 1 is, what was high school actually like for you? Sum it up in a couple of words again.
A lot. Would I go back to high school? I would go back to high school instantly, but I would go back who I am now rather than who I was.
I would still go back now, by the way.
Would you?
Honey, look at the material. Like, I might not have any hair anymore, but Trixie Mattel. But I feel like I'm still the same. People are a bit, oh, that's George.
Yeah, I don't think you've significantly changed at all.
I think high school for me, I enjoyed the social aspect, but I wish I'd kind of spent more time on the actual
academic side.
Yeah, maybe.
Do you?
I think so. I think it would have just been nice to like maybe do a bit of work.
But I think that's selling yourself a little bit short.
But I was doing work for subjects I wasn't taking.
Yeah, he was writing essays for like film studies and English lit, and he didn't pick either of those things.
Was just obsessed with like what they were talking about.
Also, who has got the time to do that?
Me, when I wasn't playing The Sims 3, and that's the tea. Next one, were you bullied in high school? It depends on what you...
Is bullied the right word?
Harassed.
No. I don't think I was bullied. I don't know.
I mean, I can't speak for you.
I don't think I was bullied.
Yeah. And I don't know if you were. I think you were taken advantage of.
I think people that makes it that, yeah, I wasn't, there was nothing like...
Mainly from me, because I was like, let me get out of this class 10 minutes early.
No, it was, high school was very difficult.
Okay.
And I mean that in the sense of, it's difficult to process it, and this makes me sound like I'm like, well, I've been to therapy, I'm not at all saying it from this perspective. Therapy is great, everyone should go to therapy, by the way. But I'm saying it in the perspective of, I don't know if I've intentionally put an awful lot of what I experienced in high school in boxes and put it to the side and never to open it ever again for whatever reason. There were people in high school that I really didn't get on with and didn't like me. But also I look back being quite reflective now and think, was I just a lot? Was I too much?
I don't know if you were. Kids, like teenagers, are just vile.
Yeah.
In general. Not all of them, but you just, when you're in school, that's all you like. That is your...
People are very... And also, and this is the thing, people are very influenced around other kids when you're in that, and I get that. I really, really get that. And people like each other on. That for me is the biggest takeaway, though, of you think when you are in that environment and in that space that it is everything, because it is. It's your world. It's everything to exist. The real world and real life starts the very minute that you leave school.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And that's... for me, the biggest lesson that I've learned.
Thank you. Well, the question was, were you bullied in high school?
Sorry. Yeah, I was. Move on. Next.
Well, I haven't answered it.
Oh, sorry. You went.
I probably was, but I would have no idea that was happening, because in my mind, I was like, they love me.
I think you were really genuinely liked by a lot of people, which must have been lovely.
But I genuinely can't remember it.
No. But also that goes to show, like, how much it meant.
Yeah. I'm like, it must have, I don't remember having I don't remember having days being like, I can't go into school.
Yeah.
So, anyway, what was your favourite subject?
In high school or in college or both?
Well, yeah. High school. It's high school.
Anything that was creative. I also really like Spanish.
Oh yeah, you did
I
Spanish. Did you
really
do
loved.
GCSE Spanish?
Yeah, I did. I really, really
¿Cómo
loved
está?
Spanish.
¿Cómo está?
Mi amo.
Te amo, te amo. Don't it mean I love you?
I don't know anything that I really disliked though.
Yeah, but like, what's your favorite? Like, my favorite was drama, obviously.
Yeah, drama and
Drama, English language. Loved English language. I enjoyed English lit. Science.
I
Maths,
also
hated maths.
I loved science. I loved A-level
You were
science.
getting into science, yeah. I wouldn't. I don't need to.
STEM.
I
Do you
don't.
know STEM subjects?
I don't need to know the ins and outs.
Girls in
I've seen
STEM.
them. Girls in STEM stay together. I loved art. Fucking terrible at it. They had to. This is another me story, and the way that I was just like, I want to do art, so it was kind of like that was what was going on in A level, but they were like, George, you can't really do anything. It was basically they were like, do you want to take photos? So then they had to create an entire photography course.
I'll
for me.
never forget that until when you came down and told me this conversation. He was like, yeah, I've chose to do A-level art. And I was trying to be polite by going, well, you know, there's like a lot of like drawing and like very like fine pieces of work.
Yeah. And I said, no, baby, we're going to make it.
And he was like, no, I'm going to do photography. And I was like, well, they don't offer that. And he was like, they do now.
They do now.
They
You
do
just
now,
fucking told them they are.
I've just changed the syllabus.
They had to literally
me.
make a curriculum. And it just goes, these are the type of things.
Yeah.
But you know what I will say is I blame everybody for the way I am because nobody said no.
But also, isn't that lovely now looking back going, actually?
Well, yeah, they catered for me.
Yeah.
With
the fish.
They
With
obviously
the
think
fish.
this
With
autistic
the
child is
photography.
going to end up.
No, but it's not. But also as well, I think that goes to show an awful lot of the type of person that you are.
Yeah.
If people are willing to do that, because if you were a horrible little kid in school, teachers aren't going to go to that effort for you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's one thing that
sorry for me. That's fine.
I think that's one thing that if teachers you were to reach out to teachers, they would fondly remember how nice you were. That's what I would say.
Yeah, that's true. If you could go back to high school, what would you do anything differently? I wouldn't.
I'm going to get like really philosophical.
Oh God, all right.
I'd just enjoy it. I'd really enjoy it.
Yeah, I would be like this. If I could go in with like this mindset now, I'd be like, oh bitch, like none of this means anything.
This currency that you think is everything.
Yeah. Honey, we know, baby, that you're about to do a BTEC level 3 in hair and makeup, and that's the tea.
Yeah, but also that's aspirational for some people, and it wouldn't take for us all to be the same.
Yeah, all right.
But I'd go back. I'd enjoy it. I'd really sit in the moment, but I'd also take so many more pictures.
Pictures?
Yeah.
Of what?
Just of the time, because there would have been like real clear things, like, and it's daft, like using like an iPhone with a button, like things like that, like that.
The Blackberries.
Girls walking around school and lunch with the 3D cinema glasses on, but poking the lenses out of it and just walk. Like that was such a time.
The big ratted up hair,
the backcombed hair,
the bleach. It wasn't even blonde; it was just pure yellow hair.
People using foundation as lipstick.
Yeah,
just covering an entire.
Everything that TikTok like jokes about that time was so true.
It was like the music. Yeah. What was like
Mr. Worldwide. Yeah, a bit of that.
Bebo.
But see, I never got onto Bebo.
Bebo. Like kicking off because someone that you don't really know won't accept you to be their other half on Bebo.
I was an MSN.
Things like that.
MSN,
like
MSN.
MSN.
Let me put you on my Addy.
Yeah.
Put you on my name.
Nudging someone with a little on the screen. Absolutely. Just nostalgia. And I think that's the biggest thing that I miss is nostalgia.
But then would it feel different if you actually went back into it? Do you know what I mean? Like, because is it just the idea of the nostalgia that gets you going?
True,
I always think that's
true.
Last one. Oh, no, there's two, sorry. Second to last one. My son is really struggling with fitting in at the moment in high school. He's in year 8. What would your advice be for him and for me as a parent? I feel like a bad mum sends him out the door each morning. But let me tell you, whoever sent this is anonymous.
Oh.
Don't feel bad. Tell him to come and see me, and just tell him to have do a bit of everything.
Also, just to unpick that, you feel like a bad mum. Like, don't be feeling that type of way because
no, Jesus,
no, absolutely not. I think without not knowing who this is, what is your child really into? Are they really, because in school now the amount of like clubs
Baby, they
and
got
extra like curriculum activities that they do.
everything.
They do like manga things
Yeah.
and like there's loads. There's like Minecraft. I'm just
Saying words.
yeah.
Yeah.
But also there's so much that goes on now in schools. But I would imagine there are many parents that feel that type of way.
But also now, I don't know, are kids less like, is everyone just online? Do you know what I mean? Is that it? I don't really know. We were the cusp of like online was coming in,
I
but it
think
wasn't to that point.
I think kids now are way cooler than what we ever would have been as kids. I think the amount of like influence from the world and the fact that everything is
But I think now
literally there.
it must be even harder to be a kid.
Oh yeah, it
I
must
would,
be.
I don't know if I would be intrigued how we would do if you were to put us at that age into this time frame now in school.
Oh,
How
I
it
would
would be
really,
like,
really struggle.
yeah,
I really would.
and I
It's
would be even more insufferable.
yeah, you'd have like like TikTok
Yeah,
channel and
yeah. I'd be like, "Hi
everything.
guys, we're live today," and
Yeah, you would be
yeah,
doing like day in the lives of getting up, getting
yeah,
ready for
taking
school.
me lip thing off,
Yeah, that
my
would be you.
spoons. Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of practical advice to give someone who's
I just think you have to trying a bit of everything, seeing what sticks helped me. And even if that means that at times you think, and you'll look back, like I look back at things, I'm like, bloody hell, I can't believe I used to like do that. But it then got me to where I needed to be eventually. And I would just say to remind them every day. I know it might feel like that now, but if they just want to focus on their studies and get like out of there fully, that is fine. And
you want to
like,
put your head down and just crack on.
honest to
Do
God,
it.
the way that there are so many people in that school that I went to that I would like now not even like wouldn't give them the time of day, and I shouldn't have then.
I think it's that thing of it's putting an old head on young shoulders, isn't it?
Yeah.
And turning around and going, you will get so much of what out of what you put into something. And I think with school, so many people think that if it's going to go on forever, but actually it really isn't.
And it goes so quick.
It goes super,
And then
super
soon
quick.
you'll be sat in a chair saying it was the
20
20
years.
years next year since you started school.
Honestly, like if
tell you.
someone
came to me in year 7 was like, in 20 years, like in almost 20 years time, you're going to be sat having a conversation with
wild,
this person.
wild,
It's insane.
yeah,
Crazy. Obviously, at the end of every episode, the whole point of it is the bottom line podcast. I want to give you the bottom line.
the main takeaway.
What is the bottom line today?
For me, the bottom line in today's episode is high school may feel like it's absolutely everything, but it's actually when you leave high school, that's when the real world and the real grind actually starts.
Yeah, I would say, like, for me, the bottom line is just do a bit.
Do a bit.
Make it a bit and make it a
fun.
piece. And then you'll never be able to. It's me coming like real, like this was why I was doing everything to get shocked at the end, because then nothing will ever really matter that you've done because it wasn't real.
Yeah. What do you mean by that? I'm joking. No,
I just think, like, you've just gotta.
It's not that deep.
No.
And I mean,
The schoolwork is like, honest to God, girls, guys, focus on the work and just put your head down. Make friends. It's great because there's still people that I say, loads of people. Well, not loads. A great handful of people that I'm friends with that was friends with in high school that I'm still friends with 20 years later.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters. I'm just like, the other stuff is like, it's
but
like
also that in itself.
That's what the bottom line is.
There are pockets of joy and pockets of happiness and pockets of positive things. And I think a real huge plus and a win is the fact that you can comfortably turn around and say, 20 years after high school,
Yeah.
I'm still very, very good friends with a handful of people that I went to school with.
Yeah.
Now, that is not the same for me, but also, and I'm not like, get a violin out. I don't mean it like that at all. I'm saying that works for you, but also me knowing that I've got a handful of people that I speak to, that also works for me. So it's.
I think final bottom line really is it doesn't last forever.
It doesn't.
There is an expiry date on your high school life, and baby, it's going to come so quick. And then one day you're going to wake up, you're going to be 2 stone fatter, and you're going to have no hair, and then you're going to say, "Look,
it's free therapy for you, isn't it?"
Honest to God. So yeah, that's
quite
my
cathartic.
Vibe. So thank you so much. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.
You enjoyed it. Obviously, links in the description below, all our little socials
yeah.
where you can keep up to date. You'll be able to also each week on like Instagram and stuff, we'll be doing a little teaser of who the next dream guest is, so you can have your say and have a guess on who you think it might be. Lots of
Also,
clips.
suggestions too would
Oh,
be
yeah,
good.
honey. Who is your dream guest for the podcast? Let us know.
Who would you like to be a dream guest?
But if I don't like it, then it's not going. But it's just
Yeah.
nice. I want to give you the idea that you can have a bit of something towards it, because otherwise,
As if we've not already pre-planned who the dream
exactly.
guests are going to be.
That's 52 years, 52 episodes. But no, so keep in touch, keep safe, keep looking after yourselves, and we'll see you next week for The Bottom Line.
See ya.
Bye.